Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today it's a review on the T18B-1. Now obviously if you've seen the B-18B review, you'll notice this aircraft is practically the same, and for the most part, you are correct. However, this thing gains a couple of different options for payloads and stuff like that, and also gains a couple of offensive guns. But you also lose a defensive gun. So the aircraft doesn't change the engines, that's fine. What about gunners? Well, as you can see, the lower gunner has been removed. So you only get your top dorsal gunner. Not great, but to be honest, that 13.2 will do just enough for you. So what about additional payloads? Well, straight away you can see a torpedo. You can use this M38 torpedo. It has a drop speed of 171 miles an hour, which it's hard to use this torpedo. I mean, you do have air brakes, but it's really hard to get this thing to slow down because it just doesn't want to slow down. And when I tested the torpedo, it didn't even kill the ship. I dropped it at a destroyer and it did absolutely nothing. So don't rely on the torpedo. But obviously, who needs that when we have 8 rockets and 2 600-kilogram bombs? Now your 600s are not going to be as useful anymore. They will take both bombs to take out some or most bases. However, on some maps you can get away with just one, but that's subject to battle rating of the current game and all that. And once again, you keep the 8 rockets that you can have underneath the wings, and you can even have the 50-kilo bombs under the wing roots if you choose to do so. There's one additional change, which a lot of players are going to enjoy. 2 20mm Can M41A cannons. Now, to put those cannons in perspective, this is the cannon on the A2, which changes from the J21A1. You essentially have the same cannons as the J21A1, but you have 2 of them, but only 60 rounds a gun. These guns are packing some serious damage. They really do pack quite good damage. If you're going to use primarily against air targets, use the air targets belt. But if you're going to be rushing and use this thing as a ground pounder, obviously load it up with ground targets, which do have a couple of HEF just in case. Now, luckily, the Swedish decided, yeah, we'll keep the 13.2, so you get to keep the 13.2. That's always nice. But look at the BR. 3.7. And there's also one additional problem with this aircraft. You get no bomb stock. I said that. No bomb stock. To put that in perspective, even the T18B-2 gets some bombs. Not very good ones, but it still gets some bombs. Yeah, not great, is it? So, what can you unlock? Well, it's pretty much the same as the the B-18B, but not having a bomb load stock. Gaijin, you need to address that, I think. Even if it was a couple of 50-kilogram bombs, it would still be something to start off with. Because the 20mm and the 13.2, that doesn't warrant it being a bomber. That just warrants it as being a bomber hunter, which yes, it can do. But at the end of the day, it's still a bomber. It would be nice to have some bomb stock. But that's just me. So let's jump into the battle and let's have a look at what I got up to in the T18B-1. Now, I don't get up to much in this game. However, it was a pretty funny event that occurred while spading it. I just had to share it. Now, there is actually a fellow YouTuber in this battle by the name of Screezilla. Oh, God, I'm not a fan of him, shall we say. A lot of people on the Discord server aren't a huge fan of him either. And even Derp Angel isn't a fan of him, shall we say. He's not a bad YouTuber per se, it's just the fact that he's fucking cringe. So, in this battle, I believe I have the 850s and the 2 600s or the 2 500s on. Yes, I have the 600s, I can tell. So, I've obviously wanted to get the bombs off and see what I can do in terms of helping the team out. Obviously, there's a lot of J21A2s, and well, Screezilla's already on the moaning train about Put this map on the dislike button, first map I get. Yeah, as I always say, don't trust anything Gaijin put in terms of dislike. Guy there puts in chat, Jovan, what's the best J21? Personally, I think it's actually the A1. However, the A2 can work very nicely. But obviously the A2 has a slightly better cannon for longer endurance fighting. You'll notice when I cover it. So obviously I'm climbing up, typically how you would in a B-18B. You pretty much have to fly this thing exactly the same as what you would for the original B-18 bombers. That's pretty much how you play this thing. Just play it as a slightly better T-18 or B-18. And obviously with the 20mm cannons you can even go hunt bombers, because I did myself. I had quite a few base kills underneath my belt. But yeah, it's one of those planes where it goes up in BR, but it is perfectly warranted due to the firepower and everything. But I put in chat, obviously, it's an alright map, but it's paid for bombers that can barely drop one base, which is true. It's one of those maps where it shouldn't be like always in rotation. Now, Screezilla here makes an unfortunately ironic comment. But we are okay against Russians, so if they climb, we will do okay. You'll see what I mean. So let's skip ahead, and let's get into it. Now, Screezilla has actually done a video on these T-18 bombers, however, he played as a primarily fighter. Now, I got asked in chat there by Cat Has Trophy in his B25, which is a lot slower, to form in formation with him. No. And besides, why would I do that when I've got a Yak 3 right here? So I decided to engage this Yak, and I believe this is actually the guy who's going to be a little follow the leader, which is why the replay was named that, follow the leader. So obviously, I know I'm not going to keep up with the Yak 3 in the turn there, so I decided I'll keep on going, use my speed, and bait this guy. And there's a reason why I'm calling this replay Follow the Leader. If you remember the old song Follow the Leader, you'll know why. That Yak 3 is going to spend the rest of this game, about 7 minutes, chasing me. Yeah, this is gonna be funny. Let's just say it's gonna be funny. You're gonna like watching this guy, because he's not gonna get anything out of it. He's just gonna die. So obviously I'm coming over the target now. I've opened my bomb bay doors, ready to go, and I've dropped everything. You need to drop everything on a base in Rua in order to kill one. So, that Jovan guy thought I was in a Pyramirski, but I don't know, cool, because I clearly stated. Now, Screezilla was like, I recommend taking rockets to 50kg bombs, blah 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 blah. But he's too busy blabbering in chat to actually pay attention because, well, he's going to die soon. But obviously I've just crit the Yak 3, and obviously I've just dropped my bombs, got my points off, and well, it's time to follow the leader, folks. And there we go, the 50kg bombs have just finished off the AAA piece there, and that's pretty much going to be my contribution to this battle. However, even though we're at 3.7, you can still outrun some aircraft rather decently. Yak 3s being one of them. And even if you can't, old Harold in the back will deal with them. So, I even put in chat, Yak, you ain't gonna catch this bird, bugger off. I tried to give him fair warning instead of wasting nearly 7 minutes chasing my ass, but he's not gonna learn. So at this point, Mr. Screezilla is on the deck, and well, he's not up to much. If I remember right, he's gonna get swarmed by Tismar, I think? And well, the Tismar can actually outturn the A21 for the most part. But he's going to continue to chase me, and I'm just there like, why are you even bothering? The Yak 3 cannot catch this aircraft when I've just come out of a dive. But yeah, this was quite a funny battle. That's why I wanted to show it. It's not exactly the best light for this aircraft, but to be honest, who cares? It's funny watching a moron like this chase me for miles, because he's not going to get anything out of it. And well, Mr. Screezilla has just been set on fire by a Tismar because he was too busy turn fighting at lower speeds. And yeah, he's about to explode. And there he goes. Really useful to the team because you chose not to fucking climb. Honestly. He makes cringy ass unboxing videos and stuff like that, and now he goes and freaking makes it useful. Is it useless? I've been following it every time I've run into a YouTuber, they've at least been useful in some form. Not him. That's the second time he's done that sort of thing. Came into my game, was useless. Both times. We are going to win this game, by the way. But he's done nothing. I've done my fair share, I've baited this yak. I've killed a base and a AAA gun. And my teammate over there, Lasse Kaus, SWE, he is actually coming to help me out, so is Jovan. I've obviously been baiting this Yak 3, I'm obviously climbing up for a bit of altitude. And I'm just laughing at this point because this guy's just been chasing me for nearly, what, 4 minutes now? 5 minutes? And the thing is that this guy's forcing me into a climb where this plane can actually outmatch a Yak at high altitude. This thing can actually outmatch a Yak, and I can even edgy fight him. I make an Avengers reference there in chat with bringing a party to you. If you don't know which Avengers I mean, Avengers 2012, very nice film. I mean, not the best, but even so. And Cat Trophy starts raging at this point about some guy who's apparently teleporting, even though it's complete bollocks. I already looked at the replay. But at this point, this poor Yak has chased me for miles. And well, one J21 is, well, technically an A21 if you want to get technical, it's bad enough. How about two? And well, that's another crit on his wing. And well, if there's one thing the A21 can do, it's catch a critted Yak. Yeah, you really helped your team chasing my ass, didn't you, kid? Answer, you didn't. Unfortunately, I don't get the assist on this guy. But, there you go. What use were you, kid? And that is the end of that. So, not a bad result. I mean, obviously, I could have shown more than many other battles where like I went pure fighting mode, but I thought, nah, this one was too funny to not share. So before we go, we'll quickly check over the stats of the aircraft. T18B-1, 2 deaths, 5 air kills, 30 ground targets, and 10 ships. Made it use it as a high-speed base bomber. Didn't really go pure fighting mode like I would in a B-18B, but it's still a good aircraft nonetheless. But anyway, I'll let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's review on the B1. Personally, this is the best bomber variant. So, well, I mean, technically, if you want to get proper technical about it, I'd probably say the standard B would probably do you a bit better due to the lower BR. But personally, you can make it work even at 3.7 with the performance this aircraft has. And obviously, if you can outrun a Yak, yeah, that's giving you a good idea of what sort of vehicles you can give a hard time, shall we say. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's review on the T18B-1. The T18B-2 review will be coming very soon, where I actually meet a subscriber. And I will see you all on the next one.